Yes, ma'am. Name and town, please.
Hello, I'm Lynda Putz, Hayden, and the greatest concern that everyone has, whether it was from last night, from any meeting regarding ARPA, is the strings. And to claim that there are no strings is completely disingenuous, and I will say a flat-out lie. Whether you are being deceived or whether you as an entity are trying to deceive the people. Executive Order 13987 appoints a COVID response coordinator, and that will identify and help agencies incentivize, support, and encourage widespread mask wearing. That was the whole issue with Arizona. They won't mask their kids. Are we going to mask our kids? No, we're not going to mask our kids. Like an example was given last night. We all know that the size of the virus and the size of these holes in these masks is like a mosquito going through a chain link fence. We're not going to mask our kids. So then they're going to come back after we've spent this money and demand that it be returned? No. Executive Order 13994 is an order to further public understanding of the pandemic and to prevent the spread of misinformation. First of all, if it was a pandemic, the homeless would be dropping dead on the street. They are the least sanitary. They live in close quarters. They share each other's food, drinks, needles, drugs. They're not dropping dead on the street. This is all a created thing. Why? To bring us under submission to federal authority. You really have to look past, that Trojan horse looks beautiful. What's inside of the horse? That's what this is all about. That whole misinformation. You have doctors that are being deplatformed, that are having their licenses suspended because they dare to give you an alternative treatment to this pandemic. That's preposterous. What happened to our First Amendment rights? And what happens to our choices as people to go for medical care? Used to be it was a doctor and patient that made decisions. Now it's the government and the hospital administration. Why? Because there's a tremendous amount of money. It all comes back to the money. And the whole statement that we're going to be, $250, or what did you say, $225,000 or $250,000 per person liable for taxes once you take out the kids, etc. All this money is our kids' money. It's our great-grandchildren's money that we're spending. We're selling out our sovereignty in Kootenai County for approximately $186 per person, because we have a population of about 170,000, getting 32 million. That is disingenuous. We're already spending our great-grandchildren's money. Executive Order 14000 says that Washington, D.C., not Kootenai County, not Rathdrum, not Athol, not Hayden, Washington, D.C. will assist schools in deciding whether and how to reopen and how to remain open. Do we want Washington, D.C. telling us what to do with our kids?
Ma'am,
What happened to
you have
local?
Another 30 seconds.
And I'm sorry, I have a loud voice anyway, but I get very passionate because most of us, I think, came from California. We saw our state sink. We were on the California Titanic, and most of us moved up here to get rid of this. We came as political refugees. And now we see Idaho headed for that iceberg. And we're begging you, don't do to Idaho what everybody else did to California and Washington.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.